Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well as I pull this music down. Um, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. Again, this is Petal. Um, and as you know, this is a channel that supports the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry, Meghan, Archie, Baby Lily, Mama Doria, Pula Guy, and the chickens. And it's so weird. Is I thought I was doing something really cool with the opening thing, where on YouTube you have where you can do like a countdown thing, and I thought I did it, and I'm realizing it never played, and I'm like, oh no, what did I do? I thought I did it. I was just like looking forward to seeing what it would look like and everything, and nothing happened. And I was like, huh, I have to go back and figure out how to do this. I thought I was being really cool. But anyway, hello everyone. Hi, my friends. I see Lydia. Hi, Lydia. And Angela and Kenneth and Joan and Mira and Jennifer. Hi, Bright Eyes PPJ. Hi, Bright Eyes and Sistren and Mira and Emma and Jessica and Jan and Robert and Dolores and Karen. I'm scrolling all the way up. Hey, Black Queen, I see you. And Cookies and Cream. Annie, Kathy. Hi, guys. How are you all doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents today. Hi, Catherine and Reba. I see you just popped in there. And Rowan and Dory. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome, my friends. Welcome for hanging out with me for a few. As you know, we are in the swing of Invictus Games. And today it was a little bit of a not slow day, but today Prince Harry wasn't a part of anything that was, televised. So, I guess he probably was doing either resting or which I hope he did, because it's been like this go, and or he was probably just doing interviews and stuff like that, which was which is great. And also too, apparently Meghan yesterday was her last day, so I'm assuming if she has not already flown back to the US, she's on her way, or she's leaving. But apparently today is the travel day for her. And so we will miss our fave. Hi, Sister and Masha and Terry. How are you guys doing? So yes, our fave Meghan is on her way. She did a fabulous job supporting Harry. For the last 4 days, like from Friday, I think it started there. Of course, we knew on Thursday that they had jumped over to England, and basically the tabloids have been going crazy ever since. Apparently they have been like twisting themselves into pretzels, just trying to find ways of how to destroy the Sussexes for making them all look like fools. But I mean, they are fools, so they were not doing anything different. You know what I mean? But anyways, so that's that on that. And it's funny. I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday's episode. Someone had mentioned about the kids, Archie and Lily, being with Meghan, and I had said no, they are back in California. And so this is kind of where I got the story from this, as we start. So yesterday, while Harry was he was at the he was doing art, visiting the archery and all of that stuff. And I showed you guys a picture yesterday of him with the American. Oh, what was his name? Shoot, I forgot his name. The American archer who only had one hand, and he would hold the bow in the arrow in his mouth. And so while Harry was doing all that, Meghan she decided to go and hang with the babies, because apparently she missed their babies, and she wanted to go hang with the babies. So in the British embassy, they had all these kids, the kids of the parents who were athletes. they were in the British Embassy. They have a tent there. And so they were there and doing story time. And Meghan was a guest of the story time. And so I was just like, oh. And so it was here that she talked about Archie and Lillian, about her missing her kids. And this is a little bit about what it says. Harry and Meghan torn over Archie's name, Invictus game competitor. I mean, I always like laugh at the way British press, they just title their articles. It's kind of like, it could have been like Meghan, stop by the story time, the British Embassy story time, make it about the athletes, but it's about Archie's name. But anyway, it says like the Duchess of Sussex has revealed that she and her husband were torn over what to call their son. An Invictus Games competitor says the couple named their baby boy Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor after he was born on May 6, 2019. Meghan said Meghan is said to have told the parent of a little boy called Harrison, the little boy was also called Harrison, that she and Harry could not decide whether to choose Archie or Harrison for the first name. So, and of course, I love the fact, it took me a minute, the name Archie, to be perfectly honest, took me a minute to get used to. It took me like a day. It's like, it's such a different name, because we're used to how the royal family named their names, like Harry or William or Philip or something like that, So honestly, I was thinking maybe that's, it's boring, yes, but I was thinking maybe that's where, maybe that's the route they would go. But, so when I heard Archie, I was like, Archie, that was so weird. And so apparently they were going back and forth, about that. And then, Miss McBean, this is her here. She's the competitor. Says who lives in Southampton. Said that her wife Mandy brought their little boy Harrison to a children's book reading attended by Meghan at the games in The Hague, and the pair got chatting. Miss Bain told the PA news agency that she was like, Harrison, that's Archie's middle name, and Mandy was like, yeah, I know. And they were having a chat because Harry and Meghan, couldn't decide whether, Archie or Harrison for the first name. Archie, which means bold and brave, and and is of German origin, which is fine because, as we all know, the royal family are German. Although people are like they're British, and it's like, no, they're actually German. So that that being German, hey, totally. I mean, again, they are German. So Miss McBean, a nursing officer with the RAF, said that the book reading, set of the book reading at the games, my little boy Harrison was over the moon that a princess had read him a story. So that went down really well with the UK children. She said that she told Meghan, she said she was told Meghan was really open and very friendly at the event. Harrison was drawing pictures and told her that he was drawing a picture of a tram. And I didn't think it quite looked like a tram, but she was very gracious and said it was a brilliant tram. So he was delighted. And so I just thought that was so cute, one that, the little boy's name is Harrison. And we know that is like the Harrison as in Harry son. Oh, wow. Mara says, I am cutting in and out. Is everybody having that issue? Oh, no. Oh, boy. If you can let me know in the chat that if you are having this issue of me cutting in and out, let me know. No, I'll say Ma Jones says no, I'm not cutting in and out. So if anybody else is having no, okay, so Marjorie says no, Jones says she can hear me fine. So I am not sure why that is, why I'm cutting in and out for some. I'm not sure why that is, but maybe it's your connection or something. So I am so sorry. Hopefully it changes. Okay, everyone, pretty much everyone is saying no, that it's fine. So maybe it's your check your connection. So it could be like an internet issue on your end. So I'm so sorry. Hope it fixes itself soon. I'm telling you, modern technology is great, but sometimes it can be a pain. So but hi, you guys that I missed. I saw a whole bunch of my friends just joined. Thank you for joining and hanging with me. Thank you, Lydia. Lydia said it was also clear. Okay, great. So jumping back in. So I mean I just thought it was kind of cute, that Meghan went over there and really spent time with the kids. And again, she basically what came back is that she was missing the kids, and she decided to leave Harry to his guy stuff. And I mean, not just guy. I mean, girls were doing archery as well, but to go and spend some time with the kids. And I thought that was really cool, and that she was able to bond with the little boy. And as his mom said, like he was over the moon that a princess would read him a story. So it's like, oh, that is so cute. So again, the heart of Meghan, and I just love that so much. So yes. So she might be at home now or on her way home, and Harry is left in the UK. And I have the link to an interview that the BBC One link. On that link, if you have access to BBC One, I know in the US we have nothing. I mean, we are only getting clips from the UK. I'm like, they just left us in the cold. But Royal Suitor on Twitter posted the clips of that interview, which I'm assuming is the whole interview because we don't have access in the UK to BBC One. But if you're there, go on to BBC One. The link is in the description of this video, and you can see an interview that Harry did with the BBC, actually with JJ Chalmers. He is hosting the BBC presentations for Invictus, and so you'll find an interview there with Prince Harry, and also in that interview with one of the athletes for the Invictus Games. And in that interview, they had asked him, JJ was like, well, Meghan is now, she's now part of the Invictus family, and how you wanted to know how she liked it or whatever. And so Harry just passed it off to the athlete, the lady that was with him, and she was talking about Meghan and how much that Meghan loved them, and she felt loved by her, that they listened, Meghan and Harry listened to, and cared about what they had to say. And so she was really gushing over the time that spent with Harry, with the time spent with Meghan, and you could see how proud Harry was, his face, and Harry was like, well, you met her, why don't you share what Meghan is like? And I was like, you go, Harry. And apparently in that interview, sorry if I give away some of it, but apparently also in that interview, Harry, they had asked him about visiting the Queen, and apparently the Queen had sent messages to the British team. And so he said he gave it to her messages to the individuals that she sent it to. And it was just like, oh, that's wonderful. So I just thought that was really cool. And so it's like, oh, that's great. So, but again, the link is in the show notes. If you have access to it, please, go and look at it. And Sasha has a big note for us. Sasha saying, note, CBS is misreporting that the Ukraine won the first goal of the Invictus, The Hague. Actually, France won the first goal, awarded at the games the Land Rover Challenge, and this is absolutely correct. The Land Rover Challenge was not won by the Ukraine. Maybe they're thinking probably the first gold when the games officially started, because this was done, if you remember, that Land Rover obstacle course challenge that even Harry participated in, and actually some Sussex squad were part of it, screaming all the way as well. that yes, this happened before the opening ceremony on Saturday, and yes, France did indeed win the gold medal. So CBS, you need to get your reporting on straight. Thank you so much, Sash, for giving that big note and correcting the misreporting. They're not perfect. They do a good job normally, but as with anything, they're not perfect. And so we got the facts. Thank you, Sash. Yes. And one of the things, going on, Miss McBain talked about, who she's taking part in the sitting volleyball and archery for Team UK, and she said about Invictus game, it's made a massive difference for me. It's the difference, in fact, that I am still serving. I was diagnosed with delayed complex PTSD. This journey has just meant that actually I can still live a life instead of hiding and not stepping out of the house and just being broken. I owe so much to the Invictus Games and everything that is done for me and my family. And this is kind of a refrain from so many athletes, just about everyone talks about how much the Invictus game has pretty much saved their life and given them a life, saved their life. In fact, a lot of them, with PTSD, and there's a lot of depression and all that stuff that comes into play. And a lot of people, as you know, dozens of vets kill themselves daily, and this is a daily thing. And so a lot of people, and I mean, I think in the last episode I talked about, I think it was a couple of them. I know one of them that really, he tried to take his life 3 times, and so this is a real thing. And just as he did, she is basically like, I owe so much to Invictus and everything it has done for me and my family. And so a lot of them is giving them life, so there's something to look forward to. Is giving them motivation. There's so many ways that they can get help from being a part of Invictus. So I just, I think is just fantastic. And also Daniel O'Connor, who is with her, he also is on the archery team, and he won an award, actually the bronze medal. And he said, and he, it's so funny. It's like Harry just means so much to them. And he said, he spoke about the impact that Harry and the games has had on him, and he says about the positive impact that that Harry has had with the games and how much it means to the competitors. He says the impact he has had and the influence he brings whenever he enters a room is huge. But he's also good at maintaining personal connections with people, he said. Mr. O'Connor said Harry has taken the time to meet with competitors from all the nations involved. It's definitely not just favoritism to the UK. He's influential to everyone, and it clearly means a lot for his presence to be there, to be here. And he's made such a huge difference. And it's just, when you hear stuff like that, and again, if you are on social media a lot and you see the things that come at Harry and Meghan really on a daily basis, and how his own country and his own family, who the Queen is the head of the military, and they allow the press to do the things that they do to Harry, knowing that this is the kind of impact that he has on the military, on the people that, are the veterans and active military personnel. This is the kind of impact. They will all tell you the same thing about Harry. And to see how they allow this man to get attacked on the daily, it is so infuriating, and it boggles the mind that they wouldn't speak up and put a stop to it. People's lives are actually impacted by him being there, his presence, the fact that, him and the Invictus team are doing all of this for the veterans, and yet they feel perfectly fine. I don't know what, like, you have to be completely, I mean, from the cesspool to do what they've been doing to Harry and knowing this kind of impact. So it is just like it really like I don't understand it. I don't understand. I'm sorry. A lot of our wonderful squaddies are from the UK, and I don't know how you put up with it. I mean, I'm in the US, so I can block this stuff out, and I can block them, and I don't have to deal. And I mean, I don't watch television, but if I did, I don't have to deal with the British press. I actually could deal with honest journalism. So I am sorry that you have to put up with this nonsense that comes at the Sussexes, knowing 99.99999% of it is a lie. So, but anyways, let's stay on Invictus and away from the nonsense of Shutter Island. Let's see. Moving on. One of the things we talked about in, I think it's a couple of episodes ago, was just all the stuff that, I mean, these guys with this game, they thought of everything. I mean, they are so on point with these games. I mean, remember they have the app, they have the Spotify, playlist, they brought in Better Up, the whole to be their partners. I mean, it's amazing. They also brought in esport with gaming. And I just found out today they have this virtual reality center, I guess, where you can go and literally play. And it's just like, I mean, it's amazing. Where, the little kid in the little Jeep over there. And it's just like, look at this. And that's, I guess, a little kid. The dad has a little kid in the virtual reality. They thought of every single thing that that the soldiers, the vets would need, and their families would need, or things that would help them, or things that would help the kids to at least have an experience of what it's like as a soldier. But it's they literally thought of everything. And I'm telling you, I am seriously impressed by the organizing committee, and who thought of all these things that that could be part of the game. I just think it's amazing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me that's blown away. but I am just like, it's amazing to me that what they have done. And CMAX says they underestimated Harry's popularity. They thought they can gully his name, or I'm assuming that means it's the same as Sully, his name. And that's what the word I use, but I'm assuming it's the same meaning. They never thought anyone would catch them with dirty hands, and that is so true. They've completely not only underestimated Harry's popularity, they underestimated his brain. They all, they have this thing where they all have the notion, and I don't know why, that somehow Harry is this dunce, that he's stupid, that he does, he doesn't have common sense. And it's kind of like, they have no idea who this man is. They have no idea who he is. And someone said, and it's on, I think it was on Twitter, is that they're talking about, when they talk about Harry and they talk about Meghan, is they're talking about two people that the media, when they respond, like trolls and whatever respond, they're responding to two individual or characters that the British press made up, which is completely separate from the reality of who Meghan and Harry are. They are not, this caricatures that the British press made up is what the what the trolls and those hateful people respond to, not the real Harry and not the real Meghan, because the people who actually know them and meet them tell you completely different and paint a completely different picture than what the British press does, so. And Joan says, Pedal, please don't raise your blood pressure. They clearly don't care with their black hateful hearts. Yeah, I know that. My blood pressure is okay. I know sometimes it just gets me irritated, but it's just I don't understand how people who supposed to apparently are intelligent people could come up with the things and do the things that they do. But anyways, moving on. Keeping with Invictus, these are just some of the images that I just, I don't know, it impacted me. And I just really love I just really love seeing the different images. And this is from the U.S. Army ARCP, which is the recovery, I guess, a recovery branch of the Army, or I guess, of the U.S. Armed Forces. And so this is one of their guys, and he got a gold medal. Yeah. And this is an archer from Romania. And, one of the things I love about the Invictus is that it's really about friends and family that are coming to support, and also people in the community of The Hague, obviously. But a lot of the teams brought their people, brought their friends and family. And and this is one of the archers who won. And that's his little daughter just jumped into his arms. And it's just, and I think of, when you get injured, or in what way, whether it's physical, if it's visible or invisible injury, the traumas that go on. And a lot of the feeling is, oh my gosh, my life is over, I can't do anything. And then the Invictus giving them life, and then see, this daughter seeing her dad just won and jumps into his arms. And it's just like, this is the spirit of Invictus. I just love it so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this is track and field is going to be starting. So this is usually a big event, obviously, in any Olympics. Actually, the track and field is always like the I don't know, the star-studded one, I guess. And in regular Olympics as well. So yeah, and I think that this is like a US runner in the front there. You go. um but it is exciting. I really looking forward to that. And also the sitting volleyball. I've become addicted to sitting volleyball. So I when I'm done with this, I gotta go back, because I know US was playing, I think they were playing Australia for the bronze medal. So I want to see if, and the US was winning. They won the first set, I think. And so I have to go back to make sure we won. I was very excited about that. And here is Prince Harry. And this is one of the things that I love about them, that the soldier earlier was saying, is that they went around and they met all the teams. And this is Harry and Meghan with Team Iraq, and when I saw this, it broke my heart, because I really wanted Team Afghanistan to be there as well. That would have been so great. But because of what happened, Team Afghanistan, which I don't even know if all of them were able to escape. But and also too, Harry talked about in that, and when you see the interview he did with the BBC, he talked about opening up and getting more and more teams to become and be a part of the Invictus Games, because it started really small, and then the next year more teams were able to come, and the next year, I guess, with more money, then you can add more teams. It would be great to then see teams from Africa, teams from the Caribbean, teams from South America be able to join, because right now I think they have like the US, I mean the Europe, US, they have Middle East, Asia. So now it's like, yeah, Africa, the Caribbean, we need them in the fold as well. So so it'll be really awesome to have that. So yeah, it was just great to see. It's like, look at Team Iraq, And this is Harry with some of Team US. It's like they are just cheesing it up. I was like, you go, US guys, and I just love this man's heart. He just embraces everyone and make everyone just like, I just want to hug you. And it's so funny. When I saw this, Invictus Games tweeted out today. It says Stephanie Hudgens wins the archery women's gold medal final in the all-US final against Miguel Sanchez. And I got so confused, and I'm still confused. I'm like, was it a woman's gold medalist? And is a woman named Miguel Sanchez? Or is it... It's like, I'm still confused. But whatever it is, Stephanie Hudgens beat Miguel Sanchez. And look at her. It's just... I was like, you go, Stephanie. being all woman, I just was laughing when I saw that. It's like, Invictus game, what exactly do you mean? and and one of the things that I love about the games is the US. I mean, if you guys remember, in the last episode, we talked about the US sending a whole delegation, including our fave Senator Tammy Duckworth, who you can see in the bottom right picture. She's on the left and right next to Pete Buttigieg. Oh, shoots. Someone sent me the exact pronunciation, and now I just forget it again. Oh, God. I am horrible. I'm going to go back to the comment section and practice again. I thought I had it, and I still don't have it. So we'll go with Secretary Pete. That's how he likes it. Secretary Pete is what it is. So there you go. But one of the things I love about it is that they're not just there to take pictures and stuff. They really are there supporting the athletes, and they are also looking and see as this tweet from Secretary Pete says, says public service is an act of belief in the future, and I'm glad to be meeting with the brightest emerging young leaders in the Netherlands who are serving their country and communities through military duty, storytelling, and activism. And so I'm just so happy that they're not just there to hang out and, which is great, and also be with the athletes, but they're really, making an effort to get to know their hosts. And one of the things that people have been saying, the athletes and stuff have been saying how amazing their hosts, the Netherlands, have been to them, and which is so wonderful, and they're so giving, and it's just like, that is what you want to see. That's what you want to hear from the game. So I'm just really excited about that. And yes, this is the US here. They were playing Poland earlier. And the U.S. Sitting volleyball team, and I'm just so proud of them. So I hope they won this. Obviously they were knocked out of the gold medal, but they are, playing for the bronze. So yes, so it is I am just so happy. I think for me, this picture has to be the most amazing of anything I've seen. I'm like, wow. This is Jen Seung Lee from Republic of Korea, and he's cheered on by his fans and friends and family as he competes in the men IT 3 final 100-meter day. And it is just, I mean, if you're not inspired, I saw that and immediately like, I can do whatever, I can do anything. I can do anything because he isn't making excuses. He has no arms. And he's not making it. So he is in the 100-meter final. And I'm like, we can do anything. We have no excuse. I have no excuses at all to not do things. And so I'm telling you, if you're not inspired by, the Invictus Games and what it has done, and how encouraging it and what it has done for people, I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know. Check your heart, maybe. It could be, but I just think it's amazing. I absolutely think it's amazing. So and let's see, Marjorie. What does Marjorie says? She says that is why his love said he's up late at night and early mornings planning. That showed the amount of hands-on work done for this success. And yes, exactly right. That was part of Meghan's speech, where she said that Prince Harry was up late at night and early in the morning planning to make sure the games is perfect for everyone. And it is, everything was thought of. And it was just like, it's nothing archaic. I mean, when you get gaming and you have, virtual reality stuff, and you have app and you have, Spotify playlist and all of that stuff, you have really thought of everything that you can think of that would help and support the athletes. And I'm just like, you go those late nights and early mornings. I'm telling you, seeing the results of it is wonderful. So, and this story too was just like, oh, wow. And it says at age 17, Ali got badly injured because of an attack on his brother. His brother was a translator for the American and British Army. Now living in the Netherlands, after 10 years being separated from his beloved, they got reunited in The Hague. And I am just like, wow, a family reunited. And from the flag, and I had to go look, I'm like, what flag is he holding? And I realized is the flag of Iraq. So they're from Iraq, and yeah, separated when he was 17, and now he's back with his family. And it's just like, this is, I'm telling you, talk about, love at the Invictus. This is just wonderful. And so I am so happy for Ali that the games have brought them back together. And so, I mean, you don't want better than that. I mean, you don't get better than that. So I just think that's just amazing. And I don't know if you guys, I mean, if you're not on Twitter, you probably haven't seen this story. And it's so funny because there was a squatty in the stands as this was happening, and she was like screaming, for her, this woman, as this athlete, as she was running her race, and she ended up winning a gold medal. But ITV, and actually she's been on quite a few now. Quite a few of the press has picked this up. Amputee mother at Invictus Games want to show her kids anything is possible. And her name is Lisa. And here she is at the end, when she won her medal, she literally danced over to Harry and Meghan. Like, she literally, with arms out, danced over to them and just grabbed them and hugged them. And in the picture in the middle is Harry giving her a big bear hug. So I think after they were finished talking, after the big hug with Harry and Meghan, they were going to leave, and she's like, oh no, I want individual. She's like, I want more hugs. And so she hugged them individually. So the picture is in the middle is her having a huge bear hug from Harry. And on the left, you can see her training at the top, and her and Meghan having a conversation at the bottom picture. But it's so amazing, her story. And she says, some of it says, gold medal winning amputee mother at the Invictus Games said that her guilt at feeling like she could not play with her children spurred her on to show them that anything was possible. Lisa Johnson, who lives in Doncaster, had a chronic pain condition and became an amputee in 2016. The mother of 3 boys said she felt useless with her children and more like a spectator than a parent. She was photographed in a joyous hug with both the Duke and Duchess of Sussex after she received her medal from Harry on Sunday. Ms. Johnson said that her reason for getting involved with the Invictus Games, which has its second day of competition on Monday, was to show her children that they could achieve what they want, that they can achieve what you want to achieve. The Team UK competitor, who was in the Army for 17 years as a medic and is the Royal Army Medical Corps, said that the pain she suffered with complex regional pain syndrome, CRPS, was the worst type of pain going. She said, imagine having your leg a million paper cuts, alcohol gel poured on, rubbed down with sandpaper while on fire. Like, I can't even imagine what that would feel like, because I am not a person that like any kind of pain. And that doesn't even cover the tip of how painful my CRPS was. Being in the Invictus Games with so many similar people in similar situation, like-minded thinking, it's been amazing. And for someone who's gone through that amount of pain, and to see her running, it's amazing. She says, my kids were in the crowd and they saw their mom run. They have never seen me run, and that's why I'm here. And it is amazing to see, again, the stories of these men and women who have overcome. Like, I can't imagine being in the kind of pain she was, and then having her leg amputated, and then, deciding, what, my kids are going to learn that no matter what you're going through, you can achieve what you want to achieve. And to know that her kids were in the crowd. And again, there was a squatty in the crowd, and she actually tweeted about it. She's like, I don't even know Lisa, yet I'm screaming for her like she's my bestie. It was just so, and she was just so joyful, you know. And I just think it's fantastic. As Invictus Games in The Hague, that's their Twitter. They're like, "Go, you are amazing, Lisa," and I think she is as well. And so, but again, Harry and Meghan. Moving on from Lisa, actually, let me check and see what you guys are saying before I even move on. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Kathy, hey Kathy says, yes, they thought of everything. When you surround yourself with smart, creative people, that is what happens. Exactly. People who have a clue, people have common sense, who are thinking of people and not themselves and how to be popular, so absolutely right. Let's see, Gracie, hi Gracie. Effenwobi. Oh, I love that last name. I hope I just said that right. I've been butchering names lately, so I hope I said that right. Says, you're right, Petal. Harry and Meghan are super smart, loving, and welcoming. Yes, people who have actually met them would always say that about them, and the people who haven't have a whole persona that they have made up and to claim that they are not. So, yes. And Ma Jones, hi Ma Jones. Ma Jones says, remember Prince Harry and Meghan told the world who they are in their engagement interview with the BBC. Exactly. They definitely did. So, and then we've been seeing who they are. So, yep. Let's see. What else? Who else is in the chat? Oh, Cynthia Ashen. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia says, hi, Petal. Go back to the engagement interview when Harry said they'd think they knew. Yes, exactly. Harry was dropping nuggets of information all along. Exactly. I remember how he stressed that. They think they knew. And so, yeah, he knows that they have no idea who he is, because the Harry that they think they know is what either the palace leaked to the press so that they can have that impression of him, or that they just made up out of the air because they just want to make up a persona, someone that will not, overshadow the heirs to the throne. So, yep. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia says, I'm so happy Prince Harry now have a wife that he can share his passion with. And that is so important. I mean, can you imagine having the kind of drive that Harry has, and then you have a wife that just doesn't? I mean, that would drive him crazy. You just have to go back to, I remember Harry and Oprah, when Harry and Oprah, they were doing The Me You Can See. And one of the things that came out of that was Oprah talking about how prepared Harry was. And she's like, Harry was like first to the meeting, she thought she's on time, and Harry is already signed on and ready to go. And he had his notes, he had this, he is on point, and that's why, Harry, that's why Better Up is such a great fit for him, because again, Harry is military. That is how they are in the military. He's been in the military, for 10 years. And then the training before he went into the military. So that is all drummed into him. He's not a lazy person. He's not a person that, that is just going to be like joking. Well, he jokes around, but when it comes to business, the man is on point. Even Oprah was like, she's like, ooh, I gotta be like Harry. He was so on point. So let's see what else. Cookies and cream. Hi, Cookies. Oh, sorry, Cookies and cream. I just jumped into a conversation you're having with Lydia. So here I am exposing your conversation for all the world. The Queen, by letting Harry be attacked and being silent, is sanctioning the abuse of Harry and his family. And yeah, and again, I have to respect Harry because he loves her, but I don't know how you I don't know how you compartmentalize this, where it's like you're like, okay, you're granny one way, and then you're a person who are letting me abuse the next, get abused the next. Like I wouldn't know how to separate the two. For me, it's just one and the same. But somehow he's able to separate the two, and I don't get it. I don't get it. But yes, yeah. So um let's see who else. Let's jump in and see who else is chatting. Joan says, oh God, here I am jumping into people's conversation. I think I need to read these before I post it. Sorry, Joan and Sylvia, but Joan says, they both were into similar humanitarian endeavors before they met each other, and that is exactly true. Someone was in Twitter. I don't know if it was an article or if someone was just having an issue on Twitter with Meghan introducing Prince Harry at the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games. And they couldn't understand why she would be the one chosen. And I'm like, if only people would go back and again, it's these people like to talk about Harry and Meghan and they know nothing about them. Because if they knew, or they probably know, and they're just, pretending that they're ignorant of it so that it'll give them an excuse to attack, which is, a lot of the case. But anyone going back to Meghan's history, long before Harry, Meghan has been involved in the USO, supporting the U.S. soldiers all around. I mean, she was in Afghanistan. She was, flying around with the USO, entertaining soldiers, during the holidays and all of those things. She's been doing that forever. Like, there are pictures of her from 2014, way before she met Harry, being a part of the military. So being a part of the military and being there and supporting the troops. So just in case you're hearing this for the first time, this is not new for Meghan at all. She's been doing this long before the royal family. And again, service is universal. She's been serving since she was a wee little tiny little one in her community, doing serving at Skid Row and all of those things. I mean, if you're listening and you don't know about Meghan's life, please go do some research. There are, threads on Twitter about all of these things that she was doing long before she knew Harry. So the idea that people would be like, well, why is she the one that, is introducing Harry? First of all, mind your business. That would be first. And second of all, that's his wife. And third of all, mind your business. It has nothing to do with you. Just sit back, relax, and stay quiet. So that's my take on that. So moving on. It's like people, But anyway, this here, Harry and Meghan, again, really supporting the Ukraine team. And they have just, they've been talking to them. Everyone, including me, was really shocked that the team was able to make it there. I didn't even know that they were still coming. And when I heard that they landed, and I was like, what? They're coming? And it turned out that the government, the president of the Ukraine, because a lot of them are still serving on the front line, they allowed them to leave. They took them off the front line and allowed them to leave to go to the games. And then when they go back, they're going right back to the front line to fight. And of course, we know they lost four of the Invictus team in the battle. And it is so Prince Harry and Meghan have been supporting them, long before the games, that they've donated to organizations that is supporting Ukraine. And so they've been really supportive. And from listening to their speeches, how much they really support them. And also the entire Invictus community has just embraced them to the point, as I said on the last episode, to the point where they didn't have enough people to be on the sitting volleyball team. And then someone, a Invictus member from US, from Italy, and I think Australia, jumped in to be part of their team so that they can field the team. They didn't eventually, I guess, move forward, but they were able to put put a team on the field so that they can play sitting volleyball. And that's the kind of thing, the way that this community has embraced them. Because Lord, to know that, you have to, you leave and then you have to go right back to fighting, it's just, oof, I can't imagine. So Prince Harry and Meghan have just really made it a point to be there for them. And this is them. And this is what they had to say about Prince Harry. He says, Prince Harry is a real inspiration for the Ukraine team because he is so open and kind. It's something which is absolutely impossible for every team not to feel. It's not about policy or diplomacy. It's about his personal support for the Ukrainian fight. It is something he is natural and sincere about. It's very important to him to be dedicated to the Ukrainian victory. He always underlined that he admires the Ukrainian fight for their state. We met on different occasions, but the message remained the same: how strongly he supports our nation in defending our country from Russia. He is a real inspiration to the Ukrainian people. And I am just like, again, this is Harry. Everyone who has met them says this. It's just, and I can't imagine how just loved and supported these athletes. And not only that, I mean, the President Zelensky has been tweeting, and I should have pulled that in, I forgot. He has been tweeting congratulations because they have won some medals, and so he's been tweeting. And one of the reasons he also sent them was that they can get their message, that the athletes could be out there speaking about what is actually happening underground in Ukraine. Because social media, there's going to be fake news, there's going to be fake videos, there's going to be whatever, but these athletes are there and they have now becoming the faces of what is happening, so because they can now tell their story to the world. And so, which is really, really, really amazing. And brings me to this. The last episode I brought her up, Anna Pazanova. She is the young lady. She is she is a teenager, really. And her mother, she is an archer, and she was supposed to be on this team, on the Ukraine team, and is now missing. And so I have a little bit of an update on that, because that was all I had when I did the last episode, that her mother is missing and nobody knows. She, they assume that she was captured by the Russians, but nobody knows if she's alive, she's dead, she's missing. They have taken her. So here is her mom. And so I'm actually using the press from the Madras Tribune. I mean, Sky News also covered it, and I was like, well, I think Madras, I think they're in Indonesia, but just to show that, other press from around the world is knowing, they're picking up the stories. It says, Anna Sofia Paznova, daughter of a paramedic captured by Russia, meets Harry and Meghan at Invictus Games. And it's, she was able to meet them. She's actually, I think, going to be part of the Heart of Invictus documentary as well, to tell her story. And what I wasn't sure of yesterday, one was if she was a paramedic, and I think it was Kathy. Kathy, was it you that told me yes, she was a medic? And so a little bit more about her. From the Madras Tribune, it says a teenage girl who has met the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as she tries to persuade Russia to release her mother, a Ukrainian paramedic who was taken prisoner 4 weeks ago. Anna Sofia Paznova, who turns 19 Monday. Today is her birthday. That's why I put that little birthday cake right there. Today is her birthday. And she turns 19 today, met Harry and Meghan at the Invictus Games in the Netherlands, where her mother, Yulia Paevska, was supposed to be competing. And I mean, I'm sure she's not in a, most likely in a celebratory mood, but today is her birthday. And to know that, this is when you want your mom, she's a teenager. She turned 19 today. And so she has basically taken her mother's, place to as an archer, in solidarity with her mom. And so she went on to said, she said Harry knew about the situation with her mom, and the pair showed her a lot of support. Again, when she met Harry and Meghan, they had already heard about her situation, and that is so Harry and Meghan. They knew who she was. They knew that what her situation was. And in the BBC documentary, and sorry, the BBC interview that is aired today, that again, it's on BBC One, Harry talks about her and the other athletes. It says Miss Pivska, 52, is said to be a well-known paramedic and is the founder and leader of Tyra Angels, a volunteer medical evacuation unit that rescues the wounded, both military and civilian. Miss Paznova says, my mom was captured by Russian soldiers near Mariupol on March 16, 1 month ago. 1 month ago already. And now she is probably in Russia. To be honest, I don't know exactly where she is because we don't have any contact with her. I really miss her. And I would assume that today would be a day where it is very, very difficult for Anna because, again, her mom is missing. So if you guys can, say a prayer for her that they're able to find her, and or that the Russians will have a heart and release her back to her family. So yeah, let's see who else is saying stuff in the chat. Shocked by UK show this morning coverage. Actually, didn't make my stomach completely churn. Think Spot and Dud bomb so bad that the media realizes they need to walk away slowly from them. And I guess she's talking about the UK morning shows that do all that crazy stuff. It's like, I don't know how people put up with that stuff, but yeah. So I guess they're they're slowly coming around to the idea that they actually need Harry and Meghan, and being criticizing them all the time, being racist and being sexist and all the things that they've been, and being downright cruel, is not going to serve them or the royal family. So well, I guess it's a good thing that they weren't really horrible today, but tomorrow is another day. That could change in a day. So but yes, again, prayers for Anna and her family. And talking about press, one of the things that has been really cool is to see the world press there. The world press has been covering the the Invictus Games, which I mean is the Olympics for the wounded veterans. And so so it's been really great to see, and one of the things that why I think tabloids like the Daily Mail and the Sun and those would churn out like 1 million articles a day is somehow to recapture or to capture the narrative. They know that they have no say in what the world thinks because the world media is there and they're reporting on the game. So they have been, it's like you see these things on Twitter and it's like, please stop posting stuff from the Daily Mail. I have started blocking everything from every person that retweets a Daily Mail article I have blocked on Twitter. And it's like, no, I will refuse. I refuse to be distracted by the nonsense of the Daily Mail. So it's just it is, yeah. So their thing is we want the narrative, we want to control the narrative, and if they can't, they will bombard you with nonsense. So yeah, it is incredible. Oh wow, Janet LaValle, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate so much you supporting us, supporting the channel. It really means a lot. So thank you for that super sticker. Let's see. But yeah, the U.S. press has been covering it, and Bob Woodruff, I don't know if you guys remember, Bob Woodruff actually is in there, and he is covering it for ABC. And if you remember, he's actually a good friend of Harry. And in 2020, he is also the founder, I guess, of Stand Up for Heroes. And so they do like a fundraiser every year. And in 2020, as you can see on the picture on the right, Prince Harry did a speech at the it was actually virtual because of the pandemic, but Prince Harry did a speech from his house for the for Stand Up for Heroes. So it is really great. He Bob Woodruff is really there for the military, and so it is really, so he, I guess, is doing it for ABC. And so, yes, and also US media has been there. Oh, this is the interview I was talking about with Prince Harry for the BBC. So the link, again, the link to the BBC for I should say BBC One, where you can get the whole interview, is in the show notes. It's right there right now in the description of this video, right under the video. And so you can jump down there and see it and click on it. And if you don't have access to it, what I'm going to do, and if you don't have Twitter, I hope there's some way that you can see it, but I'm going to post a link. Royal Suter, who is a squatty, and she's also a journalist, she posted clips of all of the whole interview, and I think it's a whole interview on her Twitter feed. And so I'm going to post the link of that. So if you can't access the BBC like I can because I'm in the US, you know, hopefully can be able to watch the clips on there. So that would be great. And Rochelle Shari, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. I appreciate so much your support. I thank you guys so much. One, you take your time and hang out with me, and then you give, you know, you're getting a super sticker, and I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. And so yeah, and so, but it was really a really great interview, and the competitor from the UK also talks about the special meeting that and the special conversation that she had with Meghan. So it's definitely worth a definitely worth a watch. So yeah. And oh, Hoda Hoda Kotb, if you're in the US, you know she's from the Today Show. Hoda could be a little shady sometimes when it comes to Meghan. And I remember when after the Oprah interview, she was interviewing Oprah, and then she asked Oprah if Meghan had any regrets for some of the things she said, and Oprah was like, regrets? No, she hadn't mentioned she regretted. They were actually perfectly fine with the interview as it is. So I was just like, why would she regret, that, so Hoda could be a little shady, but she is now at the Invictus Games. So if she's there, I'm assuming maybe Harry is doing another interview. And one of the things he's also doing Harry's doing an interview for a Dutch broadcast. I think it's an hour interview that they have been hyping. So I mean, I'm not really sure when it should be, I guess, this week. So as soon as I have information on that, I will either post it in the community page, or if I'm doing a podcast, I will just post it in the show notes so you can actually go watch it. So I'm hoping that, today that Harry was not part of any of the televised events, that maybe he is doing interviews. So yeah, that would be awesome. And yesterday I was telling you about Harry being interviewed by our little baby interviewers, and here they are being interviewing Prince Harry. They are so cute. They are just so adorable. Babies are like the best. But and they were asking some really, really awesome questions to Harry. So the interview is now I put a link in the show notes so you can actually go watch it. And the kids are so adorable. My favorite part was at the end. You'll see why. I'm not going to say. Maybe I said it yesterday. I don't remember. But it's just like, oh, it's so cute. But again, they are part of a media organizations where they are called youth correspondents. So they again, they interview different people at the Olympic. I keep calling it Olympics, at the Invictus Games. So they are really raising journalists, and I'm sure that Harry appreciates this, and and also too, I appreciate the fact that there was a little white girl and a little brown boy, and it's just like, yes, this is what media needs to look like, So I just, and how passionate the Sussexes are about, news and the media being honest, we're so tired of the fake news, and we know how much Harry is an advocate against that. So I just absolutely love this. And so yes, our little baby reporters. I don't know. I call them babies because at a certain age, everyone this age is like a teeny weeny baby for me. I don't think they'll appreciate me calling them a baby because they'll be like, I'm not a baby. So, so yeah. But anyways, so let's check the chat for a bit and see what you guys are saying. Joseph, hi Joseph. Joseph says, Olympic level world media coverage for a couple who is supposed to be irrelevant. Karma is being served in heaping amounts. Yes, exactly. Yes, if you believe the British press, then yes, Harry and Meghan are supposed to be irrelevant. And you know what? If this is what irrelevant is, I pray to God that I will be irrelevant and stay irrelevant forever, because the world media is there, and and everyone that has been following it and covering it have all been impacted by the Invictus Games. So definitely. And thank you, Joseph. And Sash, thank you so much. Sash has once asked me to remind everyone. Thank you, Sash, for looking out for us and knowing that I always forget these things. Our little scrolly thing in the bottom there that says subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when we drop a video. And please click the like button. You're here. Even if you don't like it, I don't care. Just click it. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. I so appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. So definitely click the like button. Thank you so much, Sash, and thank you so much, Lydia, who always reminds me, because even though it's scrolly in the back there, my mind is so much on the Invictus Games and stuff that even though it's scrolly there, that I completely miss it. And those banners that I make that I never remember to highlight. So, but yeah, let's see who else is in the chat. Let's see. Frida Bowden, she said Bob Woodruff was critically injured in Iraq or Afghanistan as a reporter. Sorry, I can't remember which country. And that is true. I don't either. And maybe the next time I will look up Bob Woodruff. But, again, he is definitely been there supporting the wounded. And yeah. This is true, and I don't remember if it's Iraq or Afghanistan as well. So I will have that information next time, and I will post it on our community page so that we have correct information. Thank you guys for being so knowledgeable about things, because I learned so much from you from reading your comments or reading it from the chat. I mean, I so appreciate. And I should remember who it is that told me how to pronounce, and she did a phonetics for me and everything, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm a failure at this, but I will know for next time, and I will show off that I know how to pronounce Secretary Pete's last name. So let's see. Hi Beverly. Beverly says, wash hands for Prince Harry and Meghan. What a powerful couple who cares about the world injured veterans. And so true. Absolutely. It's like, and the thing is, it's not that they just say they care. Everyone they're around they can feel it, they know it, everything about them just express that they care. They care what you have to say. They know before. And that is one of the things too with the Ukrainian team. They had said that Harry had known who they were before, when he met them. He's like, oh yeah, he knew who they were. And it's just like, wow, that is the kind of work that Harry and Meghan, and that's one of the things I remember her last engagement when she was, when they were leaving, walking away from the royal, being senior royals or working royals, as they said. And she did an engagement with a group of people from the Commonwealth, and I think it was the QCT group, and that was one of the things they said, like everything they talked about, all the different areas that they talked about, Meghan knew about those areas, because why? She did her homework. She knew exactly what they were talking. So it didn't matter what the area they brought up. She had done her research. She did her homework. And so this is just so the both of them, they know you before they meet you. So yeah. Lydia says, Hoda used to be very supportive, but rides the fence. Ah, okay. I don't watch television, so I don't see her often, but I did see, because it was the Me You Can See, and when they did that interview, and so I saw it, the interview with Harry and with Oprah, I'm sorry, and when she asked Oprah that, and I was like, ugh. I don't like fence sitters. Take a stand. I mean, it's just I just can't. And I guess, maybe as a reporter, you sort of have to be in the middle and not be leaning to one side or the other or whatever. And I just was like, look, there comes a time where you just got to take a stand. My May, she's like, I cannot stand the Today Show. There you go. Church Nelly says, Pedal, facts don't matter to haters and derangers. You're right. They don't care about the facts. If you give them the facts, what they'll do is they'll just move the goalpost, which is what the British press does every single time. It doesn't matter. I mean, look at how far that goalpost has moved. Harry needs to come back and visit his grandmother. I can't believe he didn't come back for his grandmother's funeral. How dare he not come back and visit his grandmother? How dare he said he doesn't have security? He should be here. His grandmother's going to be dying soon, and it's her birthday. And what happens? Harry visits his grandmother. And what is the conversation now? Oh, Prince Charles doesn't want Harry and Meghan to come back because, well, they'll overshadow the Queen's Jubilee. Oh, Harry and Meghan, they use Netflix. And now Netflix is going to be saying stuff about the Queen in their Netflix-funded documentary. Oh, they abused the Queen. I mean, goalposts moved way. Now it's don't come back because you're going to overshadow the Queen and her Jubilee. So, yeah, the facts that yeah. And one of the things I love is, and it seemed to have happened, is that the Invictus Game seemed to have completely shut the British tabloids out of the Invictus Games. Thank you, Lord. That you don't see any one of them. I didn't even know the Daily Mail had a video department that has been tweeting at people online, which I then I found out that they had that and promptly blocked them. But they were tweeting people who have videos, really inspiring videos from the Invictus Games, if they could use their video. And people are like, no. One girl, she's like, well, thank you for asking me, but knowing you're just going to ruin this. And these are beautiful moments. So no. And so I tweeted back, I'm like, thank you for saying no to them. I didn't even know they had that department. And so, yeah. And let's see, what else? Mashar. Hi, Mashar says, Bob used to be an anchor of ABC News before David Muir. Okay, I guess David Muir is the new person, I'm assuming. Bob was on assignment when he was injured under fire as he covered the war. Read up Bob's story to see why he does for the military. Heroic. Thank you so much. Does anybody know if it's? I mean, I'm gonna go back and check, but just for just for the purpose of this chat, if anybody knows if it's Afghanistan or Iraq where he got injured, and we will all go do our homework later to find out. Trish Nelly want to know, what did Hoda say? Well, what I was saying earlier is that she had asked Oprah in the interview with Oprah when for the Me You Can See if Harry and Meghan, I'm sorry, after the Oprah interview, she was interviewing Oprah about it, and she asked Oprah if Meghan if there was anything she was sorry about, like, she had said some, if she was sorry, she had said some other things she said, and Oprah's like, no, so it was just like, what was she do? She spoke the truth. What would she be sorry for? So yeah. Bertha says, Petal, I heard more countries want to want to participate in the 2023 Invictus Games. Yes, and Harry actually spoke about that in that same BBC interview that the link is on in our description, that they want to add more countries, because now it's getting bigger, and now, you know, I guess they're getting more funding, so obviously you can't add tons of country if you don't have the funding to, you know, house them and all of that stuff. So they definitely are working on adding more countries to the fold. So, and I hope more countries respond and be a part, you know, and have their veterans be a part of it, because I mean, you're seeing how much this has helped so much of them. Let's see. um, let's see who else is chatting. Ghislaine says, hi, good afternoon, Ghislaine. She says, I'm so proud of them. May the Lord continue to bless them. Yes, yes, yes. Much prayers for this family, that, and sometimes I think like, oh God, they're so awesome. They're so giving. They're so loving. But then, you think they're people and they hurt when it's like, it's hard not to be hurt when all this negative stuff is coming at you. And it is just a testament to their character that they keep giving. They keep loving no matter what is thrown at them. So I just, much prayers for them. Much prayers for them. Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia says, Jessica, I jumped in a conversation. Sorry, Sylvia. Sylvia says, Jessica, I agree. Hoda has become very messy. She reminds me of a jealous tabloid reporter. I can assure you, Harry will shut her down if she starts to get out of pocket. I hope so. I do hope so. I don't know what it is. And the thing about that, you have to understand with network television in the US, whether it's ABC or NBC, CBS is a little bit better because Gail is there, and Gail is more sort of leaning, more Sussex leaning than anything. But NBC and ABC especially, they have sold the American public, and they have bought into the royalty, especially ABC. They have bought into the royalty. And so they have been packaging this mess and been selling this stuff to the American public, forever. So they are invested in making sure the royal family is seen in a positive light. And if you work with those networks, expect that kind of leaning towards royalty kind of thing, and you have like people like Savannah Guthrie and stuff that she's very, very shady towards Meghan. So they are very leaning there, definitely leaning towards the royal family. Remember when Prince Andrew was they had all the stuff on Prince Andrew, and then I think it was ABC that shut it down. That reporter got caught in a hot mic, and they shut that stuff down when the royal family threatened them in all kinds of ways to pull access to Kate and William, which I don't know why anybody would want access to them, like, sure. But at the time, I guess Kate and William were popular, and they threatened to pull access, and then ABC shut it down. They shut it down, and the reporter in a hot mic, she was like, we had everything. We could have nailed him then, but there you go. So, Cookies and Cream says, Hoda needs to be very careful. She's a woman of color. She wouldn't like it if she became subjected to racist abuse Meghan and her kids had to endure all the time. Karma is something else. And this is something that a lot of Black and brown reporters sometimes forget. Anything happens, you will see how Black you are. I.e. Will Smith is experiencing that right now. You know what I mean? Anything happens, you don't get a second chance. And then you become the very thing that you are sort of like leaning towards, criticizing your fellow Black and brown people because you're in these positions. Anything happens, you will realize how much you are the target of this stuff. And so, yeah, I totally agree. That's why I'm like, nope, I will support my people no matter what. So, but yeah. And so a few more before we end. Rosa says, Harry is so passionate about the Invictus Games. I'm sure the royal family has never seen him this way. They only focus on pressing him under William's thumb, and completely missed his magic. Their loss is our gain. And the thing is, they know. how Harry's passionate he is. I mean, the Invictus game has been here since what, 2014? So they know. But what they have done is, as you said, they have deliberately put him under William because of, the accident of, the time William was born. They know what our Harry could do. And that is why they have fought so hard to get rid of, and then you put him and Meghan together. I mean, hello, we're seeing what's happening, and this is the thing. That's why they wanted to pack them off to Africa to get rid of this. That's why they, gave them, get them away from the limelight, and gave them the servants' quarters at, in Windsor at Frogmore College. All of this to dim their light. So they know exactly who Harry is, and this is why they've done what they've done. And so, and it is like, what kind of stupid people would do this kind of thing? But they are that stupid. So yeah. Let's see. Who else? A couple more. Ooh, we have a couple of, block user. I am blocking you. We have a couple of troll thingies on the, I don't know if you, I just blocked them. Okay. Try to get rid of those. But I don't know if Lydia, you see the couple of sort of X-rated things that popped up there. So I don't know if you can see it. If you can get rid of it for me, that would be really awesome. I tried to do it, but it's not allowing me to. There are trolls, a couple of trolls. So if you can block them and get rid of them, that would be really, really awesome. As we get a couple more. Let's see. Ma Jones says, Harry and Meghan will always be successful because they treat people with dignity and respect. Children too. Yes, exactly. And we as Sussex Squad family grabbed a hold to their love and respect for one another and people. And exactly. And, like I was saying yesterday, when Harry knelt down, and here he is kneeling down to the kids, and to watch Toya, who someone mentioned that she is, and I don't know how true it is, that she's a relative to Prime Minister Andrew Holness of Jamaica. I don't know how true it is, and I keep forgetting to check it out. So who knows? But anyways, seeing her kneeling down as he was, when he was talking to these kids. So I just, we look at their example, and the people that really appreciate them and love them absolutely follow their example and, their kindness, etc. And that's what we grab onto. So exactly. And Robert, hi Robert. Robert said, hi Rob. I mean, I'm jumping into people's conversation. Robert says, a reporter that caught Meghan carrying binders when they got off the plane at the outset of the. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I do remember Meghan carrying binders, and I think one of it was she was prepping, and people just assumed she was hiding her belly because she was. Yeah, she was just hiding her belly. And again, one of the things that people didn't realize about Meghan, and a lot of the British press didn't realize about Meghan, is that Meghan actually preps. She doesn't leave it to people to tell her. She will do the hard work. And Bertha says Bob Woodruff got hurt when his armored vehicle in Iraq 2006 got hit. Thank you so much, Bertha. Thank you so much, Bertha. I appreciate that. And I will go back and read his story because I'm sure it's amazing and it's scary. And thank you, Rochelle, for also saying the same thing. Thank you so much. 2006 in Iraq. And so let's see. One more. Let's see. Oh, Sylvia. Sylvia says, actually, Harry said more in the interview than Meghan. Oh, wait, which interview are we talking about? Are we talking about Oprah interview? Because I have 3 interviews in my head, so I'm not sure which interview, where it says Harry said more than in the interview than Meghan. I'm not really sure what you mean. So, If you can let me know, that would be absolutely fantastic. And let's see, Abby Rosemary. Oh, I love that. Abby Rosemary. Hi, Abby Rosemary. Abby says, everything about the Jubilee now is about Harry and Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, and Doria. And the way they have changed the tune, they need Harry and Meghan for the Jubilee to be successful. Nobody cares about this Jubilee. You know, for one thing, Charles and Camilla tried to hijack the Queen's Jubilee with this, Queen saying Camilla would be the next queen or consort or whatever. They literally kicked Queen Betty out of her own Jubilee. So I don't know, And I mean, if Harry and Meghan, it's not Harry and Meghan's fault that the press is the one, they're not courting the press. I mean, hello, they did not tell the press that they were there. Until after they left, they confirmed that, yes, they were visiting Queen Betty, So if they're going and reporting, and it's not Harry and Meghan's fault, So it's like, so what? They overshadow. Look, Iraq will overshadow the royal family at this point. They're just not interesting at all in any sense of the word. So they're just not. So let's see. And Black Queen, hi Black Queen. Black Queen said, why didn't Hoda didn't ask Oprah if the unroyal mafia was sorry about the horrendous way they treated Meghan, passive aggressive enable. Exactly. And that was the thing. It's like, yeah, you're not wondering if they're sorry for what they have done. And it's the same kind of narrative where especially the British press are like, that Harry and Meghan need to be, they're coming back to ask for forgiveness and should they be forgiven? And it's like, are you wondering if Harry and Meghan should forgive or, extend an olive branch to forgive those that, did evil against them? And she's, Black Queen is right. Why didn't Hoda ask, if the royal family are sorry for what they did to Meghan? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Kenitha, hi Kenitha Ash, how are you? She says, I hope the Invictus Games will receive more sponsorship. Yeah, they have a whole ton of them, but more is needed so that more countries can be a part of it. And again, my wish is for African countries and Caribbean countries and, some Spanish countries. And yeah, I really wish for that. So yeah, absolutely. Cookies and Cream says, Joyce, hello, Cookies and Cream. ABC anchor Amy Robush, yes, stated that the unroyal family once threatened ABC 1,000 ways to squash the story about Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, exactly. Amy Robush, that is the one I was talking about. Yep, and they also threatened to pull access to Prince William and Kate. And so what did ABC do? They squashed the interview. They squashed that report. So yeah. And Beat Them Master, Bill, thanks for posting the link of the BBC and Prince Harry's interview. I'm on Twitter. Yes, it's there. And again, if you are on Twitter, Royal Suitor has clips of that interview in her Twitter feed. So I thanked her for putting that because that's the only way I could have seen it. So yes. And Mashar gave us more information about Bob Woodruff. Bob Woodruff, yes, he was injured in Iraq, and he has a foundation, the Bob Woodruff Foundation. Thank you so much. Yes. And a couple more before we end. Let's see. Someone that I didn't get before. Dolores, hi Dolores. Do you read about how Britain is returning all those Africa back? I'm not sure what you mean. If you're talking about that they are refugees coming in seeking asylum into England, they have now, and I'm so upset because what they're doing, instead of granting asylum, they are sending those refugee seekers and asylum seekers to Rwanda. They are paying Rwanda some 100 and something million, whatever it is, so that those, instead of taking care of the asylum seekers in the UK, they are going to send them on to Rwanda. And what I understand now is Rwanda, there are homes that housed orphans from the genocide that happened in Rwanda. Rwanda is now kicking those orphans out so that they could make room for these refugees. And it's a whole mess. And I don't understand why there isn't outrage about this. I don't understand. Like, again, Shutter Island, I just don't get it. I don't understand why the Rwandan government or the prime minister who was just in Jamaica, I don't know why he would agree to that. I don't understand. And I don't understand why there's not an outrage. So if that's what you're talking about, yes, I read about it and it is disgusting. Priti Patel, I'm like, I don't know how that woman sleep at night. I don't know how I don't know. And again, this is the woman who, is responsible for making sure Harry gets security in the UK. Lord, I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right, last person. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Lydia. The bots were block pedal. Oh, thank you. You will still them even after we remove them as the creator. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And she is his cousin. Oh my goodness. So Meghan and Harry has Jamaican Prime Minister's cousin as their press secretary. Holy moly. I love that so much. Maybe we'll see Harry and Meghan doing something with Jamaica. Hello. That is awesome. Thank you again for Jelaine for doing my homework for me, which I should have done and I forgot. So thank you. And last one, let's see, Beverly says, Prince Harry, no, Meghan is a God-sent wife for him, and he will never let anyone to destroy his relationship with her, not even his family. What a perfect way to end this. This is so true. I mean, Harry knows what he has. And he knows, like he said in the documentary in Africa, it's like, his mother gave him a set of values, and one of it is to always protect his family. And he's like, I will, as long as I have a family, I have a family to protect, I will protect my family. And so, yes, absolutely. Harry knows who Meghan is, Harry knows his wife. He knows what the treasure that he has, and his, the two babies that he have, and he always wanted kids. He has what he needs, and he has the loves of his life. Why would he give that up for the wretchedness of Shutter Island and the wretched ones on Shutter Island? So kudos to Harry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, you see the subscribe video, click notification bell. Please subscribe. Please click that notification bell if you haven't already. And please share our video. And please, you can also join our channel, where you support us on a monthly basis. Thank you so much for those wonderful 2 Cents crew who are already members. Please join them. We'll be adding more perks to that shortly. And, please join them. And really, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys who bought super stickers, etc. today. I really, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Other ways you can support us, we do have merchandise, as you can see here, this and more. The link is in the show notes, in the description. I was, show notes and description is the same thing. So please, the link is there. Please shop till you drop if you like. We also have the background there. Again, people ask me about these backgrounds all the time. The link is the same link. You just do some scrolling, you'll see more artwork there. Please feel free to get some. And again, none of this, I mean, we also, have PayPal, we also have Cash App. And again, none of this is, you're not obligated to do anything. But if you would like to support us, we greatly appreciate it. We really appreciate your help and your support. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I shall do another one shortly. Come back and hang out with you. Thank you for taking your time out of your evening to hang out with me. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you thank you, thank you, thank you. And hope you guys have a fantastic evening. And I'm going to say bye to some people I hadn't said hi to. I'm going to scroll and see who I didn't call out and just say hello to you. But have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Church Nelly, Lydia, oh, you're always so amazing. Thank you so much for just like taking care of the chat. You are most amazing moderators. I appreciate you so much. And let's see, Annie, did I say hi to you? Yes, I think I said hi to you before. And Karen M, hi. Jean, hello, and Jessica. And let's see who else I didn't say hi to today. Jennifer, hello. And did I see Kenneth? Who else I did? Hi, Reba. I didn't see you there. Reba. Hi, Reba. Let's see who else I didn't say hello to. Terry. I think I said hello to you, Terry, earlier. So, but if I didn't, I'm saying hello to you now. And Catherine. Dara. Hi, Dara. Let's see who else. Who else? Tony, did I say hello to you? I don't think I did. So hello, Tony. Nutty Doctor. I didn't even say hello to you, I don't think. And Peter. And let's see. Oh, V, Mom Pofu. Hello. And Karen. Hello. V10. V10 Pow. Yeah. Hello, guys. Let's see. Norma. Hello, Norma and Rick. Hi. Let's see. I think that. Oh, hi, Tony. Hi, Tony. And Jenny H. So, anyone else I missed, just drop me. You can yell at me again in the comments. But thank you guys again. And I'm going to have some music take us out for the evening. Thank you guys. And I will see you next time.